Good morning. I'm just doing a quick demo from our lecture from the other day. Um, Basically, if you weren't at that lecture, you're not going to get the history that we kind of talked about in the lecture, but this is kind of a refresher, a reminder of what we're doing. So we basically want to use the week 10 slides. We want to install Express, which is like basically a hosting server for our websites. So the first thing that we want to do is open up command prompt. If you remember how to do that, it's CMD when you click the start button. And if you've installed Node already, which you should have this other thing called Npm installed. And you can just type Npm. If you have something that pops up like this, you should have it installed, so it shouldn't be a problem. If you don't, you'll have to go to the Npm website, which I listed on Econostoga, and then install it. The next thing you want to do, and the way I'm clearing the screen there, if you remember, is CLS. And the next thing you want to do is type npm install /g and then Express. And what this will do is install the Express server for us. Then we want to start creating our website. So this installs Express globally on your computer, but we do want to actually install a package. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up File Explorer. I'm going to go to wherever I keep my programs. So projects, Conestoga, PROG1800. I'm going to make a new folder called demo. You can make it called in class or assignment or whatever you want. And I have to actually go to the same folder in the command prompt. So if you remember, cd ... makes you go backwards, and then cd, and then whatever the directory name is will make you go into that directory. So cd stands for change directory. So I'm going to go to project, then Conestoga, and then PROG1800, and then demo. The other way to do it is open up wherever your File Explorer is. If you click this at the very end of here, it will give you the directory name. So you can just copy and then go into command prompt, type cd, and paste it in. Okay, so next thing you want to do is npm initiate. Oops. And do that again. Npm initiate. That's slide 5. And you can just keep all the standard kind of stuff. In description, you want to type whatever it is we're doing. So this will just be my Express website. If you're doing the in-class, call it in-class. The rest you can kind of leave blank except for author. You should put your name in. And then just click yes. So now, once you do that, you should have a thing called package.json. You're going to open it with Visual Studio or whatever you're using, TextPad, I don't really care. Go to slide 7 in the slides and put in the dependencies into this file, like so. Again, I'm not going to explain what these mean because I did so in the lesson. You might want to look it up though, because you're going to be lost if you don't know what that means. Don't forget the comma, or it might not work. Then go back to npm, and you're going to set up your project. So you do npm install, and what this does will basically install all of the dependencies that our web project needs. So it's going to install Express, this body parser, and AGS, which is our template system. Once that happens, you should see a folder called node modules, which will have all the dependencies and basically like a copy of your package. And that's about it. Next thing you want to do is create a file, whatever you called your file in your package. In this case, it's index.js, because that's the file that we're going to run, or the project needs to run. So index.js. I'll bring this into Visual Studio. And if you go to page 9 on the slides, you're going to want to write out this code. And I'm just going to write it out quick here. So this is saying, and again, I did pretty detailed explanation of this in class. So you're on your own if you don't know what any of this means. I would suggest you learn what this means. Var Express, I'll just quickly say it. This is basically including the things in the code that we want to use, or the libraries that we would like to use. And then we're going to create a new variable called my app express, and then we're going to set the routes, which we'll talk about later. Again, I strongly suggest you come to my classes, because some of this stuff is not going to make any sense unless you you kind of come to the class to get it explained. Like, I'm sure you're not going to know what listening means without the explanation of how it works. Okay, so let's see if everything is good here. That's good. Okay, so once you have this, you should go back to your command prompt, type node, and then index.js. And if everything runs properly and it's compiled, or is ran properly, you should see my site is running at localhost whatever. Now, if you open up your browser, go to Chrome, and we type in localhost 8080, we should get welcome to my awesome website, which is what this is doing. Relatively simple. Quick thing on templates. So we're using AGS as our template system. Actually, maybe I should stop this video and we'll do a second one for AGS. Let's do that.